Hello, and welcome to this video that is literally just me playing Lies of P, because I can do that on this channel, believe it or not. So whether you're just some guy who already watches my video, whether you showed up here through morbid curiosity, or maybe you just fell asleep on your computer with autoplay turned on YouTube, here you are now. You may or may not be able to hear me, but that doesn't really matter. So as you may be able to tell here, I've already made a game because I tried to do this yesterday. But when I finished my recording for, the day, I realized that it didn't sound very good. So now I'm trying this again, basically. Also, I like the little loading bar. So yeah, I've been spoiled for up until the second boss.
Can you hear me? Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Alrighty, here we are again. The benefit item was delivered. Those are all the costumes that I'm given.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Alright. So for now, I'm just going to walk in a straight line while I get through the beginning part. And I'm gonna start talking about some actual stuff later.
I see they got Jiminy too. But we have to hurry. My name is Sophia. Please come to Hotel Krot, and I'll explain what's happening. Jiminy, please escort him to the hotel.
I don't know how much I trust Google's AI assistant to get me there, but oh well. Let me just get this out of here. Set this back up to how I had it before. There we go. Light. Let there be light and all that stuff.
Let's get you out of there. Find something that might help.
Yeah, that sounds like a weapon to me. Something that could help. And when you know it, there happens to be some right over here.
But the streets are not safe. Arm yourself with one of the weapons over there. Helpful on your way to the hotel.
Alright, so obviously I'm a bastard, so Path of the Bastard it is. So out of here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk about what exactly it is that I'm doing here. So basically I'm going to essentially be doing a let's play of Lies of P, and the reason for that is simply because I realized that at some point that if I wanted to make something of this channel, I would have to try and make more videos actually. And because, you know, doing actual videos, well, okay, let me rephrase that. Because doing all these other videos that I've been doing up until this point kind of takes a fair amount of time, if you will. And also, especially considering that I'm, like, bad at them. I figured that making videos that would be easier and more to the point, if you will. Because, you know, with this, I really only have to record myself playing the game and commentating at the same time. So these videos should be way easier and way faster to make, and that'll help me, you know, put out more content, and thus, you know, make more videos, have a better chance that people will actually find them. So that's kind of the goal for this whole Let's Play thing. Yes, I know how this works. Like I said, I've technically been here before. I've done this already. Well, I tried to perfect guard that, but oh well. Ooh. So the reason, so yeah, that's the reason I suppose. You might be wondering why Lies of P specifically. because you know I really could have been just playing any game if I wanted to. The reason I'm playing Lies of P is because as when we got into 2026 at the beginning of the year, I told myself that there was 3 games released prior to 2026 that I actually wanted to play. Those 3 games are Expedition 33, Silk Song, and Lies of P. And I've already played Expedition 33 at the beginning of the year, and Silk Song is going to be later down the road. I guess I just felt like playing Lies of P more than Silk Song, so here I am now. This is why I'm playing Lies of P here. And so yes, that means there probably will be a Silk Song Let's Play at some point in the future. Probably not immediately after Lies of P, but I mean maybe. I don't really know what the future holds. I have honestly no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna be playing stuff and, you know, talking about stuff. If anyone finds this note, get out of the station and run. Be sure to steer clear of the waiting room. I saw a huge puppet smashing people to death in there. I locked the door, but I don't know if that'll work. At least it should stop people from randomly coming in. I'm going to die soon, so I want to help you, even if it's not much. Please survive, anyone. So yeah, like I said, the original videos that I made of this were not exactly good. They were pretty bad, honestly. The audio was kind of really scuffed. The game was way too loud. I recorded basically my commentary and the game. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. I recorded both the commentary and the game with OBS, and so there was no way to like separate them. So I just had to hope the sound was good, and it wasn't. So my voice was like way too quiet, and that's also something I'm trying to get better at. Just talk a little louder, maybe a little bit more clearly. No, I won't be needing it for this guy, I don't think. And so yeah, that was one of the things that really bothered me about that video. The other thing was... Oh, wow, I didn't realize I was gonna get those blocks. Hold RT for a charge attack. So there you go, and now you get a crit when you do that. And I gotta admit, I really like the crits in this game. Oh wow. Okay, he actually survived this. I thought they only exploded if you killed them with a crit, but apparently not. I guess they just explode if they're big enough. But I really like seeing them explode. It's really satisfying, honestly. Another thing that really bothered me about those early videos is they were way too long. I was just kind of playing along, and eventually I stopped the recording and I realized it's like, why are you still here? I thought I killed everyone here. Oh well. He's a pushover anyways. And so those videos ended up being like 40 minutes. And 40 minutes is a long ass time, especially considering I'm just some guy with like 6 viewers to his name. So I think it's a little bold of me to assume I'm going to hold people's attention for 40 minutes. So I'm going to try to make these videos shorter. I'm aiming for 15-20 minutes more or less. No more than 30 basically. The Stargazer. They are your bonfires / sites of grace, if you will, if you've played a Dark Souls before.
Is called a Stargazer. A marvelous device the Stalkers used in the past.
Puppet threshold exceeds danger estimates. Please reduce puppet numbers or reset danger parameters.
As we are not strong enough to beat the puppets. And if I lend my power to this Stargazer for a moment. Gather ergo, clever one. This Stargazer will make you stronger. But the Stargazer's strength doesn't last forever, so be careful with it. Hurry up and come to Hotel Krat.
Okay, so yeah, you can level up at the Stargazers. And yeah, you can use these ergo items you have in your inventory to like increase how many you have. But I think I'm going to keep them for now. I'm just going to go with Vitality like I did my first time to get myself a bit more HP. Actually, I suppose I could use one of my Ergo to get myself an extra level, and I can put it in Technique. That is what I did my first time. Yeah, another reason I want to make shorter videos is... Oops, okay. Eventually I'll finish my thoughts about shorter videos. Basically, I don't know about everyone, but I do know that I do watch a lot of YouTube, obviously. I say that like you guys would know, but yeah, I do. Wouldn't you believe it? The thing about that is I don't necessarily spend like big chunks of time there, if that makes sense. Like I do watch a lot, but I watch them in like chunks, because at this point every video that goes up there is like super long. So I'm not going to, most of the time I don't sit down and just watch an entire 2-hour long video. I like watch them in like 30-minute chunks, where when I get some time when I'm not doing anything, I watch the video for some time, you know? And then I just do that over and over until I finally, eventually, you know, get through the entire thing. And, like, yeah, I understand... Excuse me. I understand why that's how videos are now. I do understand how YouTube works, believe it or not. But the more I think about it, the more it kind of bothers me that this is just how things are now. Yes, I know what Fable Arts are. Basically, there are these special moves you can use when the blue bars below your health and stamina are... There's a dog right there. So yeah, they're like these special moves you can use. So that was my attack special moves, but there's also like a defensive special move you can use, which is a parry in my case, but I can't use the parry right now. The Krat Grand Exhibition has been delayed. This decision was made to protect the citizens until the puppet frenzy that has recently paralyzed the city is under control. The occurrence began on Rosa Isabel Street, resulting in hundreds of casualties. While the cause is still unknown, the number of casualties and the scale of damage are both growing. As the crisis dragged on, the workshop and Venigni Company, Krat's largest puppet factory, announced that they would offer emergency supplies to citizens and do everything they could to alleviate the situation. A task force is investigating the possibility of a fatal loss of the Grand Covenant, which is the control protocol of the workshop's puppets. However, there is no quick solution as of now, with the puppet frenzy resulting in more casualties. As the city braces for a resurgence of the petrification disease, the citizens were advised to stay indoors for their safety. However, many citizens are trying to escape through Krat Central Station, intensifying the general chaos. Because asking people to follow directions is obviously way too much for them. So yeah, I gotta admit that these long videos, I really went back to the previous subject with like no transition. But yeah, these longer videos, I understand there are some videos that can't be, you know, that necessitate being longer. But sometimes I really feel like YouTube is just trying to make us waste as much time as possible on their website. Which is probably not something I should be saying in a YouTube video, but it is what I think. So for the sake of your time, and also my time, I'm going to try to keep these videos shorter. Shorter than 40 minutes, at least. So that is basically all I had to say, and hopefully I did not accidentally screw up my recording, and I lost everything and I have to redo it all again. I don't know, Audacity was being a little weird. But yeah, I'm recording my voice with Audacity this time, and I'm recording the gameplay with OBS, so hopefully I'll be able to mix the sounds better in editing. But yeah, so as for this Let's Play, well, it's really just going to be a Let's Play. It's going to be me playing the game, chilling out, talking about stuff, shenanigans, hijinks, whatever the hell you want. And, you know, maybe you'll find those things enjoyable. Maybe you'll find it fun. So that's the plan. We're gonna see how it all unfolds, because I don't really have any idea. All I know is I'm I am playing Lies of P, and so far, from the little bit I've played, I do in fact quite enjoy it. I was hoping this guy would come over here and give me an opportunity for a plunge attack, but he didn't seem interested, so I guess I'll just go down and give him regular attacks. You die. Thank you. So yeah, that's going to be about it. Oh, okay. And I do realize the shorter videos might mean that the videos will end in awkward places at times. So I'm going to do my best to try to have them end in like reasonable places, like good stopping points. But we'll just have to see how that works out as we go along. And you know, if anyone is actually watching this and is actually interested in watching more, if you want longer episodes, you can let me know down in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and make longer episodes. It's not that I necessarily mind making longer episodes, but you know, for the sake of respecting all the other stuff you have to do in life and just giving you more opportunities to not take up so much of your time, I told myself I would. That was a terrible guard. Yeah, I told myself I would make shorter videos to avoid that, but you know, if you tell me you want longer videos, then I'm perfectly fine with that as well. Ow. Oops. I was trying to... Oh. Alright. Yeah, I suppose they just explode if they're big enough, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a crit. Oh well. I still like seeing them explode, but it's a lot more satisfying when it's a crit, if I'm being honest.
Destination Hotel Quad. Optimal location for observing the destination.
That's a nice hotel. Would you stay in that hotel, folks? I know I would. At least, looking at it from over here, I would. We're gonna see what the inside looks like at some point. I say as though I haven't already seen it, because I did in fact get up to that point last time. So yeah, oh well. There's going to be a guy that shoots me over here, right? Yeah. Termite. Ah, completely pointless, but okay. Oh, that was the wrong button. I was gonna try to parry him, but I accidentally tried to punch him instead. I'm gonna punch this one though. There we go. Hello, Mr. Dog. I don't feel like dealing with you. Get out. I'm gonna try to parry this guy. Oh, he's too slow. Ah! Okay. Maybe I shouldn't try to parry when there's like 8 people. I'll just thin out the crowd a little. Okay. Damn it, I killed everyone. Oh well. There'll be opportunities to show off the parry later. I did actually get a few parries during my first attempts. So yeah, I will eventually get one, don't you worry, but... Venigli's Urgent Repair Tool. As far as I can tell, that's... Basically you have this grinder over here that you can use to repair your weapon. But it takes a bit of time, so the Urgent Repair Tool just does it instantly, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that looks like a dead end if I recall, so... Just kill the dog. Pick up this Fabled Catalyst. How much Fable does it actually do? I'm gonna try to get a parry to drain some Fable, and I'm gonna use a Fabled Catalyst to see how much it gives me. Could be useful information for the future. Here is a shortcut door. And here is... something. I'm not going to spoil it. Mr. Target Dummy. Haha, there we go. Okay. Talk to you.
There. Welcome to Krat, visitor. I didn't think there were any stalkers left to fight the puppets. You didn't hear? Figures. The whole organization fell apart. All that's left are wannabes and amateurs who think they can fight on their own. You ought to buy something while you're at the festival. You can't rely on yourself alone.
Why is your face all bandaged up? Or is
Now
it
you're
just...
alone? You could use some help.
Is it just the lighting
Here's
that's
a
screwing with me?
festival gift for you. Now get yourself something useful.
Alrighty, so here's our first merchant. So I'm going to buy these weapons because knowing what's ahead means I know that I might make use of them. I'll just sell everything. And I'm going to buy him out. Okay. There we go. Cool. So yeah, my timer has kind of ran out, but it's only been 20 minutes. I set the timer for 20 minutes. So I think I should be able to go a little farther. Introducing the parade puppet. Here appears a terrific puppet that will enliven the parade. Introducing Parade Master, a remarkable parade puppet model from the workshop to celebrate the grand exhibition. Hello there, I am the Parade Master. I like singing and marching with people. The Parade Master has the following functions: 16 jolly songs, cheerful laughter, and 54 parade phrases. Parade dances to delight children, the strength to carry 6 men on his shoulders. This Parade Master was made big in commemoration of the grand exhibition. Check out his charms on the eve of the upcoming exhibition. Sounds good to me. So here's his Stargazer number 2. Alrighty. Let's use that to heal and let us move on. To this door. And this is how everyone opens doors. If you don't, I'm sorry to tell you, you're officially doing it wrong. Alrighty, so here's our first boss. Oh. Okay, well. Ooh. I did not like the lag spike I got there, but oh well. Oof. For once I feel like I actually had the perfect guard timing down, but he just missed, so. Okay. I'm waiting to get my Fable art ready. Ow. Okay. Well, that's as good as well, no, it was not as good an opportunity as any because he had massive damage reduction. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Okay, I see how it is as well. Let me just get a stagger if you don't mind. Get a bit more damage, and here's the crit. Which are still super satisfying, and here's a punch just because I can. Let me punch him to death, actually. There you go. I had no reason to just punch him. It sounded funny, so. Eliminated. Parade Leader's Ergo. I didn't realize I got that last time. P-Organ Ability Activation Part. If anyone asks me what a P-Organ is, I'll tell you that I have no idea. I haven't gotten to that point yet. A colorful tiny Ergo fragment. It activates a special ability when equipped to the P-Organ. There is a special kind of Ergo with different color and vibrations. The workshop uses this gem to bring out Puppet's different abilities. I mean, I imagine P-Organ is Puppet Organ. Ergo obtained from the Parade Master. It is packed with immense power. A treasure hunter may want this rare Ergo. Although the entire audience disappeared in front of a pool of blood, the Parade Master was cheerful. As long as there's a king, the show must go on. That's pretty gruesome, actually. Goddamn. Alright, so let me just go ahead and go back to the Stargazer, and we'll call it the first episode here. This is where I called it the first time as well, but like I said last time, it took like 40 minutes. Now it was a lot less than that. Probably gonna go with some more dexterity for now. Excuse me, technique, I suppose. God, get your Dark Souls brain out of here. So anyway, that's going to be the end for this first part. And let me just touch the ground. Oops. I don't know, that was my cell phone notification. I don't know if anyone heard that. So yeah, here's the ground, and here is the end of the episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to do all of the YouTube stuff that helps. Apparently they do help, and it does help to mention them. So I probably should if I intend to make something of this. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time if you're there. Goodbye.